Welcome to Recovering with Becca, an old school drinker who woke up in her 50s only to discover there is life after the bottle. I'm your host, Becca Jacobson, and this is one girl's opinion on why we should get sober and how to do it. I offer short, daily inspirations for 45-plus professional women who are searching for a solution to uncontrolled drinking. If you're undecided, I'm here to convince you to take the leap, and I'm here to help you along the way. Listen, gals, we've wasted enough time, so join me and my group of amazing women on the thrilling road to recovery. Hello, my lovelies. Thank you for joining me. I got some interesting stuff to talk about. I just got home from a week in New York City. I live in Western Canada in a very, very small town, about 15,000 people actually. And I don't even live in the town. I live outside of the town on an acre in the forest. So I just went and spent a week in New York and it was pretty amazing. But here's the thing about it. Not that. It's more interesting than that. When I left, I was doing a short podcast every day, and that was my goal. I'm going to do one every day for at least a year for you. And so I recorded 4, and I set them to automatically post for me, technology, right? But only 4. And I never got around to doing the other 2. When the time came for me to leave, I had so many things to do to prepare for my trip. And, I still have a job. I'm still a college professor. A lot going on, right? And so I never got to it. And so that means I think it's 2, maybe 3 days were missed. I didn't even go and look. But here's my question to you. What do we do? How do we react when we don't follow through on what our intentions? Now, of course, this is something as a drinker, a former drinker, uncontrolled drinker. This is something I experienced a lot in my life. I would make, plans. I'd have intentions. I would swear I'd never drink again. All sorts of amazing, wonderful things were going to happen in my life, and I was determined to make them happen, and failed. Yeah, failed and failed and failed again. Of course, I accomplished things as well, but, for the most part, especially around alcohol, I just couldn't follow through. You know that about me by now, if you've been listening at all, that I struggled and struggled and struggled right until I was 52 years old. And so I have a lot of experience with not following through on what I said I was going to do. But not so much in the last 5 years, since I, lo and behold, miraculously discovered how to quit drinking. I pretty much follow through on what I say I'm going to do. And so this is kind of new for me in the recent years. So let's talk about how we feel and what we do, like psychologically, when things don't go the way we wanted them to, or when we don't follow through what we said we're going to do. Well, first of all, if alcohol's involved, and you're not able to, let's say you're going to drink 2 days a week, and that's a gong show. Or let's say you're going to quit altogether, and that's a gong show. If you're anything like me and you've experienced failure on that front over and over and over again, it's really, really hard on the psyche. We lose faith in ourselves. We start beating ourselves up. And somehow, we're incredibly resilient. That's one thing, after failing over and over and over again, to still muster the energy to say, that's okay, I'm going to try again and fail and try again and fail. And that's what I did. I got to give myself credit there. If I hadn't tried again at 52, I wouldn't be where I am now. We just, no matter what happens, we got to try again. You never know when you're finally going to make it. So, no, I did not spend my days in New York beating myself up. I thought about it. I knew, oh, darn, I think I was supposed to I don't think I had a podcast published today. And I went, oh, well, I'm absolutely certain that none of you are out there having your day ruined. It would be nice if I was that famous and that popular and that important in your life, but I know I'm not. And not that you don't love me. I love you too. But, let's be honest here. And so I just let it go. What else can I do? Well, I'll tell you what else we can do. We can beat ourselves up. And that was my modus operandi for my whole life. There you are again, Becca, loser. You failed again, just like typical, and to the point where I would try to do things and this voice in my head would come immediately out and laugh at me. Say, yeah, ha ha, hilarious, like as if. What makes you think you can accomplish that or you can do that when you failed so many times in the past? So we get this voice in our head that loves to give us all of this negative self-talk and tells us about all the things we can't do, and we get weaker and weaker and we start to believe it, and then somehow we muster the energy and we try again and we fail again and it comes back even stronger, and this is what we live with when we are unable to control alcohol. And I'm telling you that if you think, this is really important, pay attention to this, please. If you think that you, not you and alcohol, you as a human being are weak and unable to follow through on things, I want you to know it's not true. It's just alcohol. Are you hearing me? It's only the alcohol. Alcohol is different from things like, oh, I'm not going to eat chocolate. Well, some people do have a problem with chocolate. I'm talking about women who deal with alcohol. Food, that's a whole nother issue, but it's similar, right? My point here is if we have an addiction to something like alcohol, I'll stick with alcohol, it's not the same as just not following through because we're lazy or we couldn't care less or we knew it was there and we just decided not to do it, or we just don't show up for ourselves, or we're just not that we don't, that kind of, well, I just frankly don't care. No, we care. And once we are over our obsession with alcohol, we can follow through. You won't believe what you can accomplish once you get alcohol out of your life. That's my point here. Finally got to the point. Took me a while. Had to go around the block a few times. That is my point for you today. You can accomplish anything you want once you get alcohol out of your life. Can you get alcohol out of your life alone? Frankly, I doubt it. I really do. The number that I've found, and I've given it to you before, is about 5% of people actually succeed. And those 5%, I'm convinced, are what we call dry drunks. Very, very, very miserable. Spend their lives gritting their teeth and trying not to drink and feeling very miserable about the whole thing. I'm talking about people who get over alcohol and feel great and feel good about life and don't stress about it and the obsession is removed. And so once that's gone, you can do anything you want. You are not a weakling. You are not feeble. You're not a loser. I don't care what the voice in your head tries to tell you. This does not expand to any area of your life except alcohol. That's important to remember. No one told me that. Nobody told me that. I just assumed I was a loser, that I was incapable of planning something good in my life and following through on it. But it turns out it was just alcohol. Yeah, I failed on things, but it was always because of alcohol. Like, I have many examples in my life where I decided I'm going to exercise. I'm going to put together an exercise plan. And it's going to be 3 days a week at the gym. And I'd fail. Why? Because I would drink that day. Not because I couldn't go to the gym. I was drinking. Remove the booze, what do? I go to the gym. So I want you to know that if you have that voice like I had in your head telling you that you're a loser and that you're not, that you're weak, that you're feeble, you don't have enough follow through, you don't have the self-control, you don't have any of that. If you have any of that in your mind, I want you to know that it's a lie. And all you've got to do is remove alcohol and you can do anything. Anything your little heart desires. And I would love to help you do it. Oh, I just get so excited when I think about it. So I've got a consistent stream of new women coming into my world. Makes me so happy, so excited. But I'm really excited right now because next week And October 9th, 2023. So you could very well be hearing this in some other future date. But if you happen to hear it in this time, I'm doing a challenge next week. And it's called the Real Solution 5-Day Alcohol Challenge for 45 plus professional women. It's a mouthful, isn't it? This is a 5-day challenge where I am going to go live in Zoom with you, any of you who want to join me, and lots of you have already signed up, so it's going to be great. And we're going to get together for an hour each day next week. October 9 to 13, that's Monday to Friday, at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And all you got to do to join me is go to the link in the show notes, this episode, and sign up. Just let me know you're coming. That's it. All you got to do is put your name and email in there, and I will send you you'll get the information, you'll get the Zoom link, and off you go. Show up on Monday, put it on your calendar, put a reminder up, get yourself a nice new journal with a beautiful cover, and write on the inside of it, my alcohol journey with Becca, or something like beautiful like that, and the date, and get it ready, and get some pens that love to, nice pens, get a journal with nice paper that feels good on your hands, and pens the type of pens you like, in the colors you like, and show up starting Monday with your journal, and together we're going to go through the initial stages of getting rid of alcohol in your life. I'm going to walk you through it. I am so excited because women are signing up every day. Today's Wednesday, so there's 5 more days before it starts, and each day more and more women are signing up, and I can hardly wait to meet you and them, all of you. So make sure you're one of them. Come and join me. Let's do this. And in the meantime, remember, once alcohol's out of your life, you can do anything you want. Anything. Nothing can stop you. It's the only thing that's stopping you from accomplishing your dreams and goals and hopes. That's it. Because if that wasn't true, you wouldn't be listening to me. People for whom this is not true don't listen to me. Right? Got it? Yeah, of course you got it. You're a smart cookie. Okay, that's it. Remember, I'm rooting for you, and I'd love to meet you on Monday. So let's make it happen. Go to the show notes, sign up, and let's go. Talk to you soon. And remember, I'm rooting for you. Thanks for joining me. If you know someone in need of inspiration, don't forget to share, and make sure you're following and subscribed so that we can get together every day for short inspirations. Let's make this happen. Bye for now.